You've probably heard it before. It runs in the family. Whether it's heart disease, diabetes, or depression, we're told our genes decide our fate. But what if that's not entirely true? What if your DNA is only part of the story and the rest is up to you? Welcome to Vitality Vibes, where we explore science-backed wellness that empowers your journey. Today, we're diving into the world of epigenetics, a field that's changing how we understand health, aging, and healing. If you've ever felt trapped by your genetic history, this episode will shift your perspective, because your genes are not your destiny. Let's start with the basics. Your DNA is a blueprint, but it doesn't build the house on its own. Genes can be turned on or off depending on signals from your environment. That's where epigenetics comes in. Epigenetics means above the genes. It refers to the chemical instructions that tell your DNA what to do. These instructions don't change your genetic code. They change how your body reads and responds to it. Think of your genes as piano keys. Epigenetics is the sheet music that determines which notes are played. And what writes that music? Your lifestyle, your diet, your sleep, your stress, even your thoughts. This means your daily choices shape your biology. You're not just a passenger, you're the conductor. Let's look at a powerful example. Identical twins share the same DNA, but they often age differently. One may develop chronic illness, while the other stays healthy. The difference lies in how their genes are expressed. In one study, researchers found that meditation changed gene activity. After just 8 weeks, participants showed reduced inflammation and improved immunity. That's not magic. It's biology responding to mindfulness. Your body listens to your habits more than your heredity. Let's go deeper into food. Nutrition is one of the most powerful epigenetic tools. Every bite sends instructions to your cells. Some foods activate protective genes, while others trigger inflammation. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and kale support detoxification. They help switch on genes that fight cancer and oxidative stress. Omega-3s from flax seeds, walnuts, and fatty fish reduce inflammation. They influence genes linked to heart health, brain function, and emotional balance. Even spices like turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon affect gene expression. They activate pathways that slow aging and boost resilience. Polyphenols in berries, green tea, and dark chocolate are epigenetic gold. They protect DNA from damage and enhance cellular repair. So when you eat with intention, you're not just nourishing your body. You're programming it for vitality. Let's talk about movement. Exercise doesn't just build muscle, it rewires your biology. Studies show that physical activity activates genes for metabolism, detoxification, and repair. It also silences genes linked to chronic disease and inflammation. In one study, just 20 minutes of moderate exercise changed gene expression. That's how quickly your body responds to movement. Resistance training boosts mitochondrial function and longevity genes. Cardio improves insulin sensitivity and brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. Even gentle movement like yoga or walking has epigenetic impact. It lowers cortisol and supports emotional regulation. So whether it's a gym session or a walk in the park, your body is listening, and it's responding with resilience. Now let's talk about sleep. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. Poor sleep disrupts hormones, increases stress, and alters your epigenome. Sleep deprivation affects genes tied to immunity, metabolism, and cognitive function. Deep, restorative sleep supports cellular regeneration. It helps your body reset and regulate gene activity. Melatonin, your sleep hormone, also acts as an antioxidant. It protects DNA and supports mitochondrial health. So when you prioritize sleep, you're not being indulgent. You're being strategic about your biology. Let's move to stress. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline. It activates genes linked to inflammation, anxiety, and aging. But you can reverse that with emotional regulation. Practices like breathwork, gratitude, and journaling shift your biology. They silence stress genes and activate healing ones. In one study, loving kindness meditation changed gene expression. Participants became more resilient, emotionally and physically. Your mindset matters, your relationships matter, your joy matters. Let's talk about trauma. Trauma can leave epigenetic marks that persist for generations. But healing is possible. Therapies like EMDR, somatic experiencing, and mindfulness can rewrite those patterns. You're not doomed by what happened to you. You can rewire your biology through conscious healing. Let's meet someone who did. Anjali grew up with a family history of diabetes and heart disease. By her mid-30s, she showed signs of insulin resistance, but she didn't accept it as fate. She changed her diet, started walking daily, and practiced mindfulness. Within a year, her blood markers normalized and her energy returned. Her doctors were stunned. Her body responded to her choices. Her story became one of empowerment. And yours can too. Let's meet another example, Raj. Raj's father died young from heart disease, and Raj believed he'd follow the same path. But after learning about epigenetics, he made changes. He started meditating, switched to a plant-rich diet, and began strength training. 5 years later, his cardiovascular markers improved dramatically. His biological age dropped by nearly 7 years. Raj didn't just change his life, he changed his legacy. His children now grow up with a different model of health. Let's talk about aging. For years, we believed aging was inevitable. But epigenetics tells a different story. It shows that biological age can be reversed. Researchers use epigenetic clocks to measure aging. These clocks track DNA methylation, chemical tags that accumulate over time. And lifestyle changes can slow or even rewind the clock. In one study, participants reversed their biological age by over 3 years. They followed a protocol of diet, exercise, sleep, and stress reduction. This means aging is not just about time. It's about signals, and you control those signals. Let's talk about belief. Belief itself is an epigenetic signal. When you believe in your ability to heal, your biology responds. Your cells activate pathways of resilience and regeneration. Placebo studies show that belief can trigger real physiological change. Your thoughts shape your body more than you realize. So speak life, speak vitality, speak healing. Let's talk about generational impact. Epigenetic changes can be passed down. Your choices today affect your children and their children. But you can also break cycles and rewrite patterns. If your family history includes illness or trauma, epigenetics offers hope. It says, you can change the story. Let's bust a few myths. First, genes are fixed. Not true. Gene expression is dynamic and responsive. Second, you need perfect habits. Also false. Small, consistent changes have powerful effects. Third, it's too late to change. Science says otherwise. Your body is always adapting. You don't need perfection. You need consistency, intention, and belief. Start with one area: nutrition, sleep, movement, or stress. Make one intentional change. Stick with it. Let it become a habit. Then build. Track your progress. Celebrate your wins. And remember, every choice is a vote for your future. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your family history. You are not your limitations. You are a dynamic, adaptive, evolving being. And your genes are listening. They're listening to your food, your breath, your thoughts, and your love. So speak life. Speak vitality. Speak healing. Let your biology respond. Let your story evolve. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to Vitality Vibes. We're here to empower your journey with science, soul, and strategy. Together, we'll explore the tools, truths, and transformations that help you live your most vibrant life. Until next time, stay curious, stay intentional, and keep rewriting your story, one choice at a time.